because he cannot digest this orc as hungry as he is. It is not processing the way it should, and he just stops and probably vomits this like half digested like slaw.
So it's safe to assume the orc is dead as hell.
Yeah, and just starts sobbing. Just
I'll
in the
come back
darkness.
in,
All three of you hear crying from inside.
Okay, then I'll come back inside and turn on the light when I hear the crying.
He's covered in blood and sick, and there's like a strangely, like, it looks like the orc has like acid burns, because in some places, like, the skin's just like worn away to like muscle or bone. Like, the face doesn't have like recognizable features. Kind of like when people used to be like dragged behind horses, or like when people are dragged on pavement and their features wear away. Like, it's just like sandpapered.
Taker throws up and then finds boxes to cover up the body somewhere in the room.
Not boxes. Alright.
I'm not dragging it out.
I will then.
He's not touching it.
I'll do it. So she gets... I imagine there's a moment of like, ew.
Yeah.
And then just
you're
like...
basically dragging out a corpse that has been, like, decomposed at an aggressive rate.
Right. But like the ew kind of turns off after a moment, not in the way where it's like, oh, this is fine. But like, well, now this is a task to be complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knuckle up and just do it.
Yeah. As that kind of begins, I look at you and and then kind of nod toward Apollo and I'd be like, get him out of here for a minute.
Get him out?
I said to him to get you out of here. You don't want to look at this.
No, I don't.
He's probably asleep.
This is like an electronics store. I don't know, tubs or tarps or old storage boxes or
Plastic totes.
Yeah, plastic totes.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna try to clean this up as best I can.
That's fine. I mean, you don't have really, like, cleaning stuff.
That's fine. Yeah.
So it's not gonna go great, but I mean,
I'll rip the carpet up.
Yeah. You're gonna need to.
That's what I mean. Like, I'll go that far.
Okay. Still looks like but it's at least not stinking and rotting and
Right.
Most of the vomit's been cleaned.
I'm gonna take all that and kind of put it...
There's gonna be a nearby dumpster.
Okay.
Or just use the hobo's, like, fire barrel.
I was actually gonna throw it in the dumpster and then set the dumpster on fire.
Oh, okay.
That's a stink.
Yeah, it is.
It's a dumpster.
Dumpster fire.
It's a dumpster in the Orc Underground, guys. Also, we're in the Orc Underground, guys, during a revolution. It already smells like shit in here, let's be honest.
I mean, order's been restored. It's just not the kind of order that we want. It's anarchist.
Yeah, but also, it's anarchist.
That's kind of like the opposite of order.
Yeah, it's...
His regime is in place.
It's a new regime coming into a place that's just decimated by what could be considered, like, a large civil unrest. They're probably just getting running water back some places here.
Yeah. Now there's a dumpster fire outside.
I would also, not have done it right outside.
Oh, okay. So there's a dumpster fire somewhere outside.
Right.
Move it to the building down the way.
Yeah.
The old building.
Yeah. So, you're asleep, and I deal with the body.
Just like old times.
Just like old times. I'll, after having dealt with the body, go back to guard the door.
Okay. Nagrescu is left to his own devices after...
Is he trying to fix lamps again?
Well, yeah, because everyone is either resting or hiding bodies. He's just in a room with a bunch of lights. This is pretty much like the pinnacle of defeat for him. Like, this is just awful. Like, he was frozen earlier.
Now you're left in the room with
like,
a human.
He's like these. Yeah, the human tried to feed him, and he couldn't digest it. Like, he feels miserable. He does not feel like the predator that he knows himself to be.
Yeah, your prey had to try and feed you.
Like, God, how pathetic is that? Yeah, he's gonna...
You just got brought a dead mouse by a cat.
Yeah, he's gonna... a dead mouse by another mouse.
You fix a lamp.
The light goes on!
He just sleepily... Or I can't even say sleepily, like, he's just strained. And his hands are shaking. And it blinks a little bit, and he just gets it going. That's how he spends his evening.
But you did it. You finally fixed a lamp. I want you to get one more skill point in lamps.
He's gonna go to Mr. Green. in the back room. So he's gonna walk into the back room. If they're awake, they're awake.
Alright, yeah. I mean, at least one guy's up, and the gun's on you immediately. Like, after what just happened.
He has no idea. So when he pulls his gun, he pulls his gun. It's like, so now we have a Mexican standoff.
Oh no.
What do you want?
Why the are you pointing a gun at me?
The are you talking about? This is, of course, Elven Guard number 2.
Yeah.
Your freak in the that he tried to kill us.
So his gun just got pulled out. When he calls him a freak, if anybody can hear him, you hear click, 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 because he's using an old school wheel gun.
Yeah.
Careful, he is my friend.
Yeah, and they're my friends, and he just tried to kill all of us.
Okay, he is an asshole. You can lower the gun. I'm not gonna try to kill you.
So he'll lower it.
Yeah.
After you do.
Yeah.
For significant time. What did you want?
We get out of here because you're not safe.
I mean, there's multiple stops you can make, or I mean,
We can take long haul and book it.
Well, I mean, I think there's nuances here where it's not just like the exact exit, but it's based on patrols,
Yes.
based on
Yeah.
like certain vigilant neighborhoods. It's you're supposed to go here. Wait
Or he can
X
get us
amount
to
of
the
hours,
last
go
stop.
Here,
We can get us
get-
to the last stop, and then they can get us out.
it is based on patrols. It's based on the safe places to be in, at what times they're actually going to be safe.
Like if they could just get us out, I'm sure they would just
Yeah.
get us out because keeping us here is only more risk to them. What they're doing, although it's longer, is the safest.
The problem with letting you guys do this on your own is that if you guys mess up, you ruin it for everyone else that's stuck here. We understand. Just by the way you carry yourselves, you're not used to this sort of thing, but this is how it has to be. If you want to try and find your own way out, that's fine, we'll send you in the opposite direction. But you can't go where we're trying to get you out, if that's the case. We might be risking our 3 lives helping you guys get out, but if you guys just go there, you're risking the lives of hundreds.
Yes.
Hey, Sissy,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that, it's not the bedroom. Do you have any handcuffs?
No, but I can go get some.
How difficult would it be to find handcuffs?
Well, you're in a used electronics store, so you could at least find
Zip ties?
zip ties, or
Zip ties are the
Some
poor man's
sort of-
handcuffs.
either those, or of course there's like wire.
I'm going to make him a muzzle with Ethernet and zip tie his hands together.
When you say muzzle,
If
he
I-
doesn't have a snout.
Also, handcuffs aren't just hand muzzles. You know that. You called them muzzles for his hands. Do they have a mitten component?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Get him some oven mitts. Zip tie that.
Yeah. From the break room in the back, you found 2 oven mitts.
Like what you do to a little kid that has chicken pox and he can't scratch himself.
Yes.
Or a fully grown man who has no self-control.
We're going to muzzle your hands.
So we muzzle his hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna zip tie him up.
Okay. And then was part of that gagging Negrescu also? Because you mentioned muzzle, and I'm not clear on.
Do you really want to get next to his mouth again?
No.
You don't need 10 fingers.
What if we just...
For a small moment, if anybody has the power to read minds, Artemis is like, what if we all just donate a few fingers? No, I'm not gonna be able to tell that to anybody else. It's okay. And then she's like, that's a terrible idea.
It's only a good idea to me.
Okay, so that's fine. My Negrescu's hands are restrained behind his back.
I recognize that he can just goop his way out of this. But also,
You can't goop under light.
I hold my light on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Do you do anything with his legs?
I mean, he needs to be able to walk.
I'm just asking. I don't know the full extent of your zip tie plan.
Like, I don't
Maybe
know.
make like a zip tie chain so that it's got some space in between. You can't
Yeah.
go that fast.
That's actually not a bad idea.
We're gonna zip tie him up to look like a zip tie prisoner.
Sorry.
Yeah, are we gonna do like a zip tie Hannibal Lecter, like completely from like?
Yeah. Yes.
You make a little mask
But
with
it's
zip
not all
ties.
zip ties.
Tip
It's
to toe.
odds and ends from the electronics store.
It's like a stapler.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. It's
Yeah,
very
like-
bizarre. It's like
And we find like one of those like wheelie carts to just
yeah,
put him on.
yeah, an
No,
actual
really.
dolly.
Like a terrifying office supply golem.
Okay,
His
so
mask
that's-
is his
that's a
mask
new
is made
plan. We're doing that to you.
of interwoven paper clips.
People will start mistaking you for a spirit of man, specifically for office supplies.
Hey, this is a future electronics store.
Yes.
I imagine in the future vlogging is much more prevalent. Might you say?
Go on.
Have you ever seen all like the tech, like the things they're like
Selfie sticks?
yeah, but like tripod, you can like attach them to things, like a handheld thing.
Like a
essentially,
GoPro kind of thing?
Yeah, essentially, I'm trying to jerry rig 1 or 2 or 5 of these to the dolly, all with LED lights pointing on him.
So you want to make his own personal hell.
No. It's more of a thing that like it's not going to be on the whole time. We're not trying
And
to
then we
torture
can
him with
make
it. But
Make
if
them strobe.
No, then we can make the ice guy just ice him.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's now freeze him
Yes.
and just
I
complete
love the
this.
way your brain works. I want it to be the clapper, so whenever he starts getting mouthy, I just go.
Well, are they ever going to be off, though?
yeah, I thought
Well,
that was
they
the
run out of
point. I thought that was
batteries.
the point that we're not keeping them on the whole time. If somebody can be holding a phone or something,
But
and
if they're not on, he'll just goop out of it.
oh, you're right. Okay, fine. Then they're on all the time.
I push him out to where I will clear. Mr. Green is.
He's concerned, but accepts this as probably the best case. You went a little overboard, but sure.
Does he say we went a little overboard?
Yes.
Well, do you have another one of those masks? Because I could put that on his head.
No, unfortunately, I only found the one.
Okay, then.
Now, just to clarify, am I gagged? Was that part of this? Or
We-
can
I
I would
wouldn't.
want him to be.
Then,
But-
okay.
Because I just need to know, like, is what I'm going to be sharing just all internal that you guys
But I
don't
don't
know
want
in
to take
character?
away. Yeah, but I don't want to take away Jack's like ability to talk.
Agreed.
So,
So you're
So
not gagged.
there's a cage in front of your mouth so you can't bite people.
yeah, it's
Okay.
a paperclip cage. Yeah.
This is just a surprising degree of ingenuity from this group. But okay.
It is.
I do a bump of bliss because I think I'm coming down by this point.
Probably been a while. It was like overnight. I don't think you're high overnight.
So
No, so I did my.
while
craft.
we're on our way there, Usually Taker kind of mentally calculating as he's wheeling him. How long did you say this was going to take?
A few days.
As in more than 2.
Yes, I believe I said 5-ish,
Problem.
depending on how quickly the patrols go by.
I've got a wee problem. As he takes a hit a long haul. I'll be unconscious in 48 hours.
Someone's carrying you then.
We have a
Okay.
dolly.
Yeah, you can get real snuggly with Negrescu.
I have a suicide vest. That's all that matters. If he wants to kill himself, he can eat me.
The group of you travel through the winding side passages. You go through buildings. You end up like some of the alleys just end at a building, and you just go through them. And it looks like this is just how it is. And they seem to mostly be like the basements of bigger buildings from the surface
Can we just go up those?
that aren't connected anymore
Oh.
due to it being a new city state.
Oh.
They just took what was existing and made it into a different thing.
This isn't the first time we've had this problem.
I know.
And a lot of them are just sealed off completely. But there are those wells that you do look up and think, well, I could probably make it.
Yeah.
But Apollo would be screwed.
I guess what I want to do is a little percepti-cept.
Sure. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Yeah, things that might kill us.
I'm gonna join in this percepti-cept. 5.
So that's just a general?
Yeah, like I'm not like.
Apollo, what do your elf eyes see?
Yeah, what do my elf eyes see?
Do your elf
Do they are they bringing the Hobbits to Isengard?
I also have gotten a 5. My elf eyes
It's like
also.
it's like we're twins or something.
My elf eyes also see this.
You like hold hands and just gaze off in the distance. Your eyes glow. You see the future.
So with a 5, what do our elf eyes
5.
actually see?
A combined 10.
You're walking through a path that they seem fairly used to going through. It's ragged, and as you guys have known, you keep through the like more squandering, like worse for wear sections of the Orc Underground. The places with less foot traffic, where no one actually wants to be there. Honestly, there's nothing huge of note. I mean, you'll see what appears to be a group of like homeless orcs squatting around there.
Are they Slav squatting, would you say?
Yes. They all wearing Adidas.
Adidas
That
went out
they
of business
looted.
like 200 years ago,
Nope.
man.
That was the priority. They didn't want food or a house. The Adidas, though.
So, nothing really generally
Yeah. You know what?
threatening us.
And you see, like, down a couple of the alleys, shorter shapes sort of slink. You catch the glow of some eyes in one of the dark alleys as they scurry from one end to another.
I'd
one
like
might
to
say quickly.
I'd like to roll stealth. I'm gonna slink into that alley.
Okay, well, I mean, it's in several spots. Not as if they're surrounding you, but like you're going through something's territory.
I said I was sneaking. I will roll sneak, but can I roll tracking to try to like get closer to one of these things while keeping an eye on it through this kind of
I would
environment?
say you could try. It's too fast.
That's fine.
I just kind of lowly ask if Mr. Green knows what those things might be and if we should be worried.
What things?
They're in the shadows in the alleys. They've been watching us?
Kind of, he raises a hand to motion for the other dudes to stop. He takes a look. Kind of like leans to like look down. It could be devil rats. They're probably all over this place.
So you're saying
What
that
the f is a devil rat?
stalked by...
You know what? You don't know what devil rats are? They're like dog-sized rats.
So they're rodents of unusual size.
One could say this. I heard
Are they particularly dangerous?
Oh yes.
in packs.
Very.
Great! He shakes the thing. He hits a pothole, like, this is so frustrating, he intentionally runs something over just to make it shake.
Hey!
Usually they're not terribly brave enough to attack a large group, so... I mean, if one of us was going through it, it might have been a problem, but...
We can take a few rats. We've killed bigger things.
Have you ever killed anything in your life? I saw you shooting at the storage facility.
There's nothing I can do combat-wise. Like, I'm not gonna, like, pull my shotgun out and ready it, but, like...
Pull out my gun?
La Beretta.
But I'm gonna be on high alert and just keep an eye on these little ratters. If they get all close up and chitter, I'll be like, Sissy!
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of chittery. It's not quite like his chittery.
Are you just chittering back to them?
He's been chittering nonstop this entire time. I just haven't been doing it because it would be literally exhausting for me to do that this entire time.
Which is fair. It is a darker section of the city, so you're probably enjoying that much.
Yeah, I'm enjoying how dark it is while I'm bathed in LED.
I mean, if you weren't bathed in LED.
Yeah, I'd probably really like it.
Because it's-
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can you eat... I'll say, hey, can you eat rats?
No.
Alright.
I want you all to roll perceptions again, since you're all actually looking for...
Oh my god. Look at this.
Is it Garbaggio reading?
It's...
Yeah.
I'm blind. I think
Oh my god!
more than half of my hits are ones. I critically glitch.
Oh shit.
I want to say you can't technically do on perception, but we've always done it on perception.
Negrescu will see it before fan, but not a rat. Not a rat at all. It's bipedal. You're all on edge at this point. The scrape of claw against ground, because it's mostly concrete that you're all around anyway. It's a concrete jungle, in, like the strictest terms. You're all looking about. You do get an eyeful of LED, just as it like... They're not well put together, so it blinks real bad, just strobes in your face for a second. And then you get an eyeful of something else. I want you to roll a dodge. There's the clittering clattering of claws. And you look over at the right time, and she looks over at the bad time. You see a knot rat. You see a short, emaciated figure. It's bald. Its hands end in wicked claws. It's got sharp little teeths. While emaciated, it's also very well muscled. And it does have sort of elven ears. Like they got the pointed oral helix, but they're not as extreme as your guys's. It's a little bit shorter than that. Okay.
He stops chittering.
Oh, okay.
What happens?
Well, there's more than one.
7. I'm gonna dodge the out of this, guys.
Not me.
But I critically glitched my surprise.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's like you guys are twinsies.
Brother.
So you will be taking 3 points of damage. As this creature skitters and just claws you in the leg.
Owie.
And it's like ready to go.
It's attached to me?
No, it's like.
Gotcha. Oh, I thought you went. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, not in like annoying,
No,
but like
no,
just
yeah.
as a general sound.
Yeah, just as it's a general feeling. Just.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so 3 damage. As the other one just kind of like jumps at you and swipes with both claws.
And the first word out of your mouth is sissy.
Sure. There's one directly straight up attacking Apollo, right?
And one straight up attacking you.
Okay. I'd like to knock a hammerhead arrow and fire it at the one attacking my brother.
Okay. You hit.
As I do, so I knock the arrow, I pull it back, I let it go, and as I hit it, I yell, "F*** off!" But the hammerhead arrow, the reason I hit it is because it has the ability, it has the characteristic to knock them back.
Okay.
So it will knock him out of melee range of Apollo.
How does it feel having like another person just live entirely for your existence and then to just constantly disrespect them?
Well, you know, it feels pretty great.
This is Apollo.
I've been good. How much orc tail have I snuck out to tap?
That's because you can't outsneak me.
But have I even tried though?
So
No.
he gets bopped in the canoodle.
Yeah.
And backpedals a few steps, holds his head. His like little claws are like.
Click.
So the lights are out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I immediately shirk my bonds. And I'm going to attack the one that's attacking Artemis.
Okay, he's dead.
Yep.
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 You cut him in twain.
Can you beat the other one?
Mark Twain.
I'm Mark Twain.
You Mark Twain him.
Excellent.
He's now just rethinking his life as he paints a fence.
So there's one down.
The other one, the one I was bopping in the canoodle, takes like a step back and lets out this like ear-piercing screech that just echoes and
He's
echoes
calling his friends.
and echoes.
Perhaps,
So,
could
like,
someone like locate him by this echo?
Holla holla.
Uh-huh.
Holla holla.
Yeah. One might do that.
I'm gonna pull out my shotgun.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shotgun the screamy scream.
Yeah. Silence that bugaboo.
1, 2! I got two! I got
You
2!
didn't point in the sky.
There's
Well-
a very...
You don't hit them.
Oh, but you shot at him. But you shot at him this
did,
time.
you
did.
You couldn't give me that?
You f*** that
Wait,
wall.
wait. He's doing a howl to his pack. What wolf doesn't have his eyes closed?
This one. The one
Wait.
that's actively getting punched in the face with arrows.
He's making direct eye contact with you as he howls.
That's put the in place.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I don't know what I would have to roll, but can I roll something to try and figure out what the this thing is?
Do you have parapsychology?
I have Greek mythos. Can I roll to find something that's like that in Greek
Let me
mythos?
think. Give me a second.
Well, the thing is, there's a dead one. So you're going to be able to look at its body and go, based on these features, what is it?
I mean, I don't care about it after it's dead. I want to know if my magic words will work on it.
Oh.
Like, if it's got enough brain to be compelled by my words.
Okay. Alright,
That's the angle I'm going for.
I thought you were being, like, just a good little scientist and just, like, trying to figure out, like, ooh, what is this? What is this thing that hit me, that hurt me?
No, I could give two Like, I can't
And
so.
bone it. Yeah, that was the follow-up.
Like, I can't maybe I could I don't want to because have you seen it? It's not pretty.
Oh, that is a... Yeah, alright. But there's a degree of risk involved that I feel like the challenge.
It's not pretty though. Like it looks like it's an anorexic bodybuilder.
One word comes to mind. Kobalos.
They're little minions of Dionysus. They're like little imps. Like they're trickful, mischievous.
These are not
General-
tricky.
They're general like bad doers.
Okay.
They're just
Think
dickish.
Pain and Panic is kind of
Okay, alright.
Except for jacked out of their mind.
yeah. Except the non-Disney version. You
The
know what they're
non-Disney
actually more like.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as if you're making a Greek mythological connection,
This is the closest thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm going to attack the only other one, the one that just set out a screech, to presumably call his buddies.
I thought you were gonna try and on it.
Oh my god, another Tom Sawyer over here.
Oh boy!
Oh.
Oh,
The fence is looking awfully white.
I guess he's not going to be able to fall through the rafters at his own funeral because he's actually in the box.
Yeah.
Alright, so, I mean, this situation has been resolved.
The lights come back on. Click, click.
The lights come back on angled at the dolly, which he's not in.
Screw.
Yeah.
Those aren't devil rats.
No!
You hear a few, like, screeches from behind and to the sides of you, echoing back the one that's now silent, and then a roar. A singular loud roar of
we
a
should
different
run.
variety.
I think we should go.
Yes, let us run.
I kick off the costume.
Okay.
Same here.
For flavor, mention that I'm throwing some wall running in here and there.
Sure.
It's completely unnecessary.
You're parkouring.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
parkouring the
Okay, so you guys are running now. You've abandoned all forms of stealth at this point.
Yes.
You're just
Haul.
hauling ass in this shanty town. And from the sides, the same similar creatures of varying shape, but same basic principle. We can't call them identical because individuals aren't. They start emerging out from the sides and giving chase. You see about 4 of them keeping up with you. The roar itself is getting louder because they're calling while they're chasing you. So they're screaming. And you hear the roar moving at a swift pace in your general direction. You hear the sounds of things being knocked over, walls crashing, all sorts of just sounds of innate destruction.
This has gotta not be working great for, like, the structure of the
No,
underground.
it's not. You hear groans.
It's like Tina Belcher up in here.
And it's at this point where Apollo trips. Fall
Did you hear
flat-
those? Did you hear those tires squeaking? That's me.
Yeah.
In game.
Fall flat on your face. You have a decent clip ahead of these guys because you were running before they even showed up. So you fall flat on your face. These things are just running at you all like.
Just torrential wave.
I feel like it's Apollo tripped because he was trying to keep up with people who are significantly faster than him and just overexerted.
Probably.
Probably popped a hammy.
I mean, Negrescu is literally like a mile away from you guys at this point.
I mean, if it's any consolation, I wouldn't have stopped for you anyway. Because someone said something about ice cubes earlier?
Yeah, ice cubes. I was gonna drop them down the back of your shirt.
I hope ice cubes are your death rattle.
Ice cubes.
I promise you that you're nowhere near on his mind because his mind is just, I'm too pretty to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you feign death, they won't try
How do I
to...
save him?
Well, you can turn and
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
fight.
Fight that? I can't turn and pick him up?
You can try. I mean, you'll move significantly slower.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, actually,
You want to You want to do some spitballing?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Do
spitball
some theory craft in here.
basically what I'm gonna do, I hear the fall. I know the
You hear,
yeah, I know the exact noise. It's disgustingly pitiful. Like, oh. God, I can